Social media is fucking stupid. I'm checking out completely. No more time on IG, YouTube, and spending time building up followings on platforms that do not have my back. I see the fault now, you should too. Stop posting stupid fucking pictures of yourself with quotes and motivational videos. Stop your dumbass podcast. Stop your stupidest shit blog and growing your Facebook likes to seem important. See everyone around. So it seems like Alex Becker is quitting social media. At least that's the way it seems based on a couple of Facebook posts that he made in the last few days. If you guys don't know who Alex Becker is, he has a YouTube channel. That's just part of what he does, of course, but he has some SaaS businesses, software as a service, like an email follow-up service called Market Hero. He has a huge YouTube personality, does all of these ads you've probably seen before, selling courses and things like that as well. Overall, he is an incredible marketer, has a great channel that is very, very informative. I've learned a lot from him. I like his channel a lot. If he does truly leave completely, I would personally be sad to see him go. But in this video, I just want to talk about what his reasoning seems to be, what parts of it I can personally relate to, and also where I think he's completely missing the point and not seeing the potential of what he could be doing, and frankly where it just seems like he's complaining and obviously something's bothering him. So that's what I want to break down. First off, if you're new to this channel, my name is Matt Loberstein. My channel is mostly about Amazon FBA and how I've built physical product brands by leveraging Amazon FBA. I've been at the 7-figure level. This is now going to be my 3rd year in a row doing so, and I show what I've done in the past. I teach what is working now and all of that. So if that's interesting to you, which it probably is, you should definitely subscribe to these videos, check out the previous ones, all of that. Also, here is the comment winner from the last Trump Kills FBA video. Definitely go see that one if you have not. There's a big update in the FBA world right now. And if you want to win a free 20-minute call with me, I'm doing it on this video as well. All you have to do is hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell, and leave a comment on this video, and then you'll be picked in the next video as you just saw.
What yo, pal?
So here's the deal. Alex posted on Facebook a couple now of these very long posts, just obviously very bothered and going on a huge rant about social media and how it's a waste of time and it's not worth his time. It basically sounds like he's quitting. The post is long, so I'll probably link the full post below or pop up parts of it on the screen, but in short, he's basically just saying that most of the people with the biggest presences are not the ones that you really should be following, because these people that have the time to just blow up their personal brands are typically not the biggest entrepreneurs. Like, he references Russell Brunson, who is the founder of ClickFunnels, great entrepreneur that everybody should definitely be following. He's wrote a couple of great marketing books as well. That's a 9-figure business, and his videos might get a couple thousand views, whereas there are people that get hundreds of thousands that frankly don't really know what they're doing. Basically, his argument is that building up your personal fame is not an ROI positive thing to do. The people that are building these 9-figure plus businesses, they're not drinking, they're not making videos, they're not commenting on stuff. They are focused on that one leverage point and absolutely optimizing that to the end. And that I agree with. A lot of the biggest entrepreneurs are doing exactly that. He goes on to say 95% of my income comes from my ads and my ability to turn customers that come in from those ads into customers. Which that sentence doesn't really make much sense, but we'll go with it. He says, yet I've split 50% of my time trying to build up the snowball on social media. The result is half-cut results in both. You can't have it all. Then just continues on that if it's not Market Hero, if it doesn't have to do with optimizing email automation, that he's out, he's done. He just wants that to be his primary focus, growing Market Hero and anything that leads into that. So I think I can relate to him on a lot of levels. There are definitely a ton of days where I don't really feel motivated to make a video. I don't know if it's the most positive use of my time, but Alex is making a ton of impact on people outside of just direct ROI for his time in his business. And it seems very clear from this post that his main objective is financial ROI in everything he does, which I have no problem with having very big wealth goals. I have them myself, but I also have goals that are outside of that in terms of just impact, building relationships with people that will help me in the future, other types of ROI that are not just immediate cashing the check on a transaction. In the next post he made a couple of days later, I think this is where it really comes out, like why it's a problem for him, and kind of the underlying thing is he's saying that even worse is it took up an absurd mental hard drive because I am an extreme introvert. There's a reason I have such a decked out home garage. It's because I don't leave my house. I'm a really, really boring person.
So without further ado, Oh my god, I got a cool house. Oh my god, I got a really nice car. Oh my god, I have a cool watch. Oh my god, I run on privileges. I must be so important. Lightsaber, oh my god. Ah!
Now, if you haven't watched Alex videos, you'll know that he has a persona on always. He is very aggressive and hilarious and brash and has the Lambo in the background and always has props and crazy yelling at the camera and calling people stupid and all this. It's an act, and it's a good act, and it's funny, and it's well received. But I think the problem lies in is that it's very clear that what he's doing here is doing that because that's what gets views. That's not what makes him personally feel fulfilled or necessarily even what gives the other person value, but it allows his top of the funnel to be larger, to get more potential views, which can lead to more potential customers in his business, both through buying courses, and really his courses are just a funnel into his recurring SaaS product. And it's super apparent that he does things for views, which nothing wrong with that. But if you look at his channel, especially lately, most of it is shit. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care about these Star Wars videos or whatever hell other trending topics he's trying to just rank on YouTube just to expand the top of the funnel. I think that would be extremely fatiguing. I make videos about things that I'm interested in, that I want to, that people are asking me about. I don't just try to rank and do whatever hot topic. That would feel like the most dreadful work in the world to me, to just force myself to talk about sort of whatever's hot or whatever. I would never want to do that. So I think that is, he shouldn't do that, and maybe drop the persona. It's a lot easier to just talk to the camera the way that I'm talking now than if I had to like stage this whole complete script and act and props and like, you know, all of the stuff that I was going to do, rather than just kind of sitting down and having a conversation as if I'm talking to a person, which is the way that I try to think about YouTube. Again, he goes on to focus on his mailings and things like that, as that's what he wants to devote all of his energy to. And he's just saying, you are not going to create anything great if you're constantly splitting your focus. You just can't. Billionaires can't do it. I repeat, billionaires can't do it. And yet we ignore this. It's something I'm a victim of, just as you probably are. It's why we are not billionaires. Haha. And look, I think that's making it clear that Alex's goal is to be a billionaire, which is not a bad goal. Nothing wrong with that. I'm jealous of his reach. I wish I had his reach, because I think that there is so much good you can do with that level of reach, other than just thinking of you guys as, you know, potential conversions into a recurring payment thing. So hopefully he'll think back on all the good that has come out of his reach, which I can't imagine he hasn't had positive ROI in other areas of his life other than just increasing his customer base through doing videos. And again, he seems hyper-focused, and if that's what he wants to do, all power to him, that's great. But it seems like he's been using social media as a tactic to do so. You can tell by, again, making Star Wars videos or whatever the hell pops up on his YouTube channel. You look at his Instagram, it's complete crap in my opinion, yet he has hacked the algorithm or so. Now he has 300 something thousand followers on Instagram, but it's a terrible Instagram account in my personal opinion, because all he's doing is gaming the system. He's just reposting viral type of content. That is not a way to make these valuable actual relationships with people on the other end. It's just a way to, again, increase his top of the funnel. It's definitely something that we all have to kind of think about, because I've even said it, and of course people like Gary Vee have said it, which is like, if you're building a business, you should really consider picking up the camera and documenting the process. All these other relationships and things are going to come out of it. But myself, and I've talked to other content creators who also build businesses, you know, this is something I started completely on the side as I'm running my 7-figure Amazon business and all of those brands that I am building up. And we definitely stopped to think, is this worth it? Is this the right use of our time? And now I personally think it is. I think that there are so many long-term things that this is going to be good for. I don't know what I'm going to be using this for in 5, 10, 15 years, but I want to build up that platform to be somebody that can make things happen based on having leverage. Now, that leads me to an important point, which is that Alex's argument is that he can just reach all of that through Facebook ads. Obviously, Alex is a master at paid traffic. That's a lot of what his channel is about. Highly recommend diving into his channel for that type of stuff. And he's certainly not going to stop on the paid traffic. I have no doubts about that. If anything, maybe he'll even go harder, because now he's focusing on his business. So all of those ads he's running to you on YouTube, all of that, he's thinking of that as his business, not as his social media. He's talking about his organic content, which, you know, I don't know if he's stopping 100% or not, but kind of sounds like he's at least taking a serious break or redoing the way he goes about this completely. For me personally, having a YouTube channel has led me to go to events, to meet people in person, to have my own meetups, to make money through various different income streams that I didn't have before starting on YouTube channel because I was just so isolated in my one business. Maybe a difference is for me, I had done this for a while and was looking for new things to spend my time on. Whereas for him, I think he just wants to go deep and refine that one thing, which is it's probably going to make him more wealthy than he is now. But again, I think my main sort of message to Alex, if you might be watching, is what about the other impacts? What about the maybe personal fulfillment, which you might be getting more of if you weren't sort of like just trying to game and do the certain algorithm things, but just kind of just being yourself and connecting and just, you know, it doesn't have to be such a production or staged sort of thing. I think Alex is really good at explaining things. He definitely thinks in a high level way about, you know, customers on the back end, and not that he was the one that created these things. A lot of it is taken from people like Russell Brunson, but still he popularized it in a way, brought it to a new community on YouTube that those sorts of concepts on a platform like YouTube, it's just like mind blown, because on YouTube it's kind of, typically the entrepreneur content on YouTube is a little more simple, how to get started, oh my God, like just all this like sort of basic stuff. Whereas if you dive into these other areas, like that's where you kind of find the high level stuff. And he's brought some of that high level onto YouTube, which is a great thing and something that I am in a way trying to emulate some of that as well. So I really just wanted to sit down and talk about this and think about it and open a conversation with you guys. What do you think about this? Are you glad he's gone? Are you sad that he's gone? Do you agree with that? Do you think he's thinking about this the wrong way? Is he missing the point, or is he right? Should he just go deep? Do you want to start a YouTube channel? Should you just go head down in your business? I think it's something we all need to deeply think about, and I see both sides. For me, I'm very happy with the long-term strategy of creating content and being somebody like that, and I have big aspirations, and I think if I had his reach, I just know that there's ways to deploy that, and I think it's sad to kind of just like give up on that. So one last thing on this before you click out of this video, I just want to share, we made this little edit of Alex Becker, so give this a watch. It shouldn't take too much of your time. Just give me like 45 seconds.